Welcome, blessed beauties, to another episode of this podcast. Today we're going to be talking about how to reach meditative states and healing for the physical body through light therapy. It's this really amazing lamp which is used also as a spiritual tool, and it has high frequency light pulses that can help shift brainwaves into a meditative healing state that also helps heal the body. And we're going to be talking to our guest today particularly about healing skin issues such as alopecia and psoriasis. So welcome to Unleash Your Inner Soul with Yuko, where my guests who are wellness pioneers in their field share holistic healing tips for your mind, body, and spirit that you can add into your day to bring calm, beauty, and wellness. My name is Yuko. I'm a holistic hairstylist in Vancouver of 18 years, integrating sound, healing, Reiki, and astrology for my clients to find beauty and balance with their new aligned look. Beauty and balance inside out. So today's guest is Sunny Singh, and I'm really excited he's here. He is a channeler, a healer, and he's going to share his light lamp healing tool, Pandora Star, with us, and also his unique instrument, the Sansala, a type of kalimba. And welcome, Sunny, and thank you so much for being here.
First of all, thank you for having me. I'm thankful to be here. So the light, what it is, basically is a brainwave entrainment light. So let me explain what that is. So the brainwave entrainment is, what it is human brain has different state of mind, right? Different brain state. And this light is able to encourage you into a different brain state, different mind state. For example, there's sleep state, there's meditative state, there's awareness state, and there's certain emotion and that is associated with different frequencies, and that light will help you entrain your brain into going into different mind state. So it pauses at certain frequencies, right? It will flash at different frequencies to encourage you to go into a different mind state.
Amazing. Yeah. How did you come across this light? It's such a unique tool.
Yes. So yeah, this light, not every day people go looking out for this light. So I had certain experience, my own experience throughout meditation on my own practice, right? And I started having this out of body experiences, and I didn't know what it was until I did some research online, and I came across this person. His name is Todd Akimesis, right? He's based in the UK, and I came across his the out of body experiences talk online on YouTube, and it got to the point where he started speaking about the light that he makes. Right? So that light is what he makes, and that's how I came across this light. He started talking about this Pandora Star light, and that's how I came across the light, because I was looking for more information based on what I was experiencing in terms of out-of-body experiences. And that's how I came across it. I got in touch with them, and now I have the tool.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So how does this light exactly promote healing with its frequency for specific conditions?
So human body and human brain has different state, right? So healing, you're looking for the healing state, which is happens in delta brainwave, which is in sleep state. When you go to sleep, that's when your body create human growth hormone and certain chemicals and rejuvenate the body, get rejuvenated during sleep, and that's the state we're looking for if you want healing process to happen, right? So that's what we're gonna do.
So different frequencies are associated with different emotions?
Yes. Also, yes. For example, love. That is a certain frequency that you can have that pause in front of you to get your body to feel love. Right? I want to be clear that the machine does not do the work for you. The machine encourages your brain to go into that state of mind. Right? So it's actually you who are doing the work. It's just the tool that help pushes you over into that mind state.
Right.
Yeah.
Because a lot of us, if we're living in a stressed out state,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
very difficult to even feel like we can meditate with our mind running
That's
through
right,
thoughts, monkey
yeah.
mind. But with this, it really
You-
allows you to get there quickly.
You put it perfectly. Yeah, that the light is so overpowering your thoughts that it kind of like almost forces you into that state. Right?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
How do you work with the tool the musical tool that you use, the Sansala,
Yeah. Okay.
and this in combination? That's a really unique.
Yes, it is a unique combination. Yes, and let me get into how I get this two together first.
Yeah.
So the first, you already know how I came across the light. The second is the sound instrument, Sansula. It's a thumb piano, right? And how I came across this instrument is I went into an ayahuasca ceremony, and the shaman who was hosting the ceremony, he was playing this as one of the instruments. And in my experience during that ceremony, I was so attracted to this instrument, the sound of it, right? It's really pulled me, right, from inside, and that's why I was so attracted to the instrument. And I decided to, why don't I just put the light and the sound together and provide this as a really well enclosed experience in terms of light and sound,
Yes.
right?
Yes. When I was experiencing your healing with the sound and the light,
Yeah.
it was so beautiful because not just is it auditory, it's
Yeah,
also visual
visual.
as well. So all of the senses are
Yes.
really getting woken up.
That's
and it's
right.
a beautiful. It's so harmonious
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
That's amazing. So with working in, so I work in a holistic hairstylist,
Yeah.
and I'm seeing more than ever
Mhm.
hair loss with thinning and scalp conditions. Could be from stress or from all the things that are going on in the world right now, and it's manifesting in these scalp and hair conditions.
Yeah, yeah.
So how would the light and the sound be used to treat this particular condition?
Okay, so the target mind state that we're looking for healing and regrowth of the human body is the sleep state. And in order to get into that state, I have to use a certain frequency on the light and a certain way I play the music instrument to transition from your whatever your mind state may be. Maybe you're having a lot of thoughts, maybe you're stressing a little bit, or whatever it is that your mind state is at your current state. And I have to transition from that state into a deeper sleep state. And why deeper sleep state is because in a deep sleep state, that's when the human body produces human growth hormone. And you need that hormone to reproduce, for example, hair loss or skin condition. Anything that to do with the body rejuvenating or regrowth, you need human growth hormone. And that's our target to help you regrow your body, any part of your body.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Would you say there's any negative consequences of this, or what would you're mentioning that sometimes the duration is about an hour, and then people feel a certain way after?
Yeah. Some effects that you may feel is you will feel you might feel like a certain pull at your third eye here. Certain pull. If you're not familiar with that pull, some people can mistake that as a headache. Right? And they'll go seek out like the doctor. Hey, I'm having a headache. Give me some pain relief, right? And just to let you know that that's some of the symptoms that can happen, and don't mistake it for a headache. It's just not. Just if you have that feeling, try to focus at it. Pay attention to that sensation in your third eye, and that can lead you into your own meditation, right?
Would you say that's like a pineal gland
Yes,
activation?
exactly. Yes, it
Okay.
can, because many times, from my own experience and from my other previous client experience, they say that they feel a pull here, and it's around the forehead area as well. Sometimes over the head area, right? Just like a pull, and that's usually what it is your brain is creating new brain path, neural pathway, new one, because you have to get trained into having different new brain state that you're not used to having. So therefore your brain has to create new neural pathway, and that is something that you may feel and mistake as a headache.
Right.
Yeah.
So when if somebody feels that, you would just say, go with it, move
Yes.
towards it, and
Yes.
just again
Yes.
try to relax.
Yes. And of course, if there is any, say, people who are sensitive to bright light or flashing lights, we can step down the brightness or pull the light further away from your face, right? So that they feel less effect, right? Or if we can start off lightly first and see how you feel, right? If you're too sensitive, then we won't go further.
Right.
We won't.
You can really custom it to depending on what the person is feeling. Like people with concussions or major anxiety, bright lights can be overwhelming.
That's right. Yeah, but the bright light, yes, right. That's true. But the bright light, it's overwhelming because it got to be overwhelming to a point where it forces your busy thoughts away. Because otherwise you're busy in your own thoughts and you're not really focusing on your own meditation, right? And the light helps you kind of like push you into a single point to collect your own consciousness into a smaller point, right? So that's how meditation happens.
And with this light, when I look at it, it looks quite intense and it looks very bright and white. Is that the spectrum of light that's giving off? Yes.
So the bright light is the light only has two tone of white light. There's a white light and there's a warm light, right? And between these two, flashing at different frequencies, they themselves can create different colors in your consciousness. Right? You may see different colors just by white light flashing at different frequencies. Because again, different frequencies is connected to different colors too.
Yes.
Right?
When I was doing the treatment from you before, I remember seeing a kaleidoscope of colors.
Yeah, right?
It was many different colors. White was one of them, but there were many other colors as well. So I was under the impression that it was the light giving that off, but it was actually mine. Yes,
that's actually your own consciousness. Like I said before, right? You are everything that happens, you are doing it. Like it happens inside you. The light just pushes you to experience it. Right? So yeah, the light, the scope, the kaleidoscope that you saw is all you. That came from inside you. Right? And I didn't go over the process. I want to go over the process. So what the procedure is we'll have client, whoever is going to go take this therapy, they'll either sit in a chair or they'll be laying down, or they can sit in a cross-legged position, right? Whatever they feel comfortable. They'll be sitting and they will have their eyes closed, and the light will be placed about 3 feet in front of their face, facing their face like this, and they will have their eyes closed and the light will be flashing on their face, right? And when the light flashes at whatever frequency that we set it to, your eye picks up that flashes from behind your eyelids, and that is your eyes connect to your brain, right? And whatever your eyes are picking up from the light flashing, it tells your brain to kind of like synchronize with that flashing, that frequencies. So that's how that light works with you, right? So that's the process. And along that, right, I go around with my musical instrument, and I will play my musical instrument around you. So I'll move around and try to channel certain energy, certain feeling, right, into you, and try to play with your awareness and your state of mind, right? So for example, how I use the sound on top of the light is, if I need you to, so certain mind state is in between sleep and awake. There's a mind state in the middle, certain mind state in the middle, right? And usually when we go to sleep, we go right past that mind state, right? We go right past that middle state and go into sleep. And when you wake up, same thing. You go right past that middle frequency and mind state and go awake. We don't maintain this middle frequency for too long. Right? We don't really notice it. Even most of the time, we don't notice it, how we transition in between this frequency. Because this middle frequency is kind of thin. It's a thin line. You pass in and out of it constantly. Right? And the sound, what I mean is, I use the sound to help you push you from awake to sleep, and I also use the sound to keep you from going into full sleep. Right? So I keep you in the middle somewhere with the sound. Right? So the sound will wake you up and also put you to sleep somewhere in the middle.
That is beautiful, Sunny.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to experience this now too.
Yeah.
And I'm curious, do you have because this is all light and brightness,
Yeah.
the eyes, visual. What is your opinion of sun gazing?
Oh, sun gazing is great on a sunrise and sunset, right? Not during the noon time because that's too bright for your eyes. Sun gazing, because that is the source of life, right? So if there was no sun, there'd be no growth, no life, right? This sun is light, right? And light has energy in them, right? It has an energy that we don't know fully what it is, right? Just imagine this entire world is thriving on sunlight, right? That's this entire earth is so big and it gets its energy from the sun.
Yes.
Right? So if you gaze you do sun gazing, right? It's almost like a meditation as well, right? Like you look right into the sun and you see the light, that soft, warm light. It's not too bright and it's not too dim, right? It's that a perfect state to have you into a certain mind state as well. So yes, you do have some sort of receptivity from the sun, especially during sunset or sunrise.
Because that's what it is, all about getting into that mind state
Yes.
and the healing energy from the light source, whether it's your Pandora or the sun or light is life.
That's right. Yeah, light is life. That's right.
Yeah.
'Cause
You know, for those of you that are listening to the podcast, you probably can't see, but Sunny is wearing a turban and he is Sikh.
Yeah.
And I have a question about his view on hair and beliefs on hair and the meaning behind having long hair versus shaving it off, because you've had both life wearing a turban and also not.
Yeah.
So what is your views on that, on hair?
My views is hair. Yes, hair does have. There's a reason why hair is growing. Right? You cut it, it regrow. You cut it, and you regrow. Right? There's a reason why it keeps regrowing. Right? It means that it was there for a purpose. Right? And also there is a different purpose, a different pro and con between having a bare head and a cover head with a hair on it. Right? So for example, what I experience with having this hair, right? I have an uncut hair, long hair, and I keep it covered with a turban, right? This helps protect my head from different energies, so I'm not receptive of too much frequency in terms of my head space, right? Because sometimes you want to be protected and you don't want to be too sensitive from other external energies, right? That being said, there's different pros and cons versus the bareheaded. So for example, a monk, right? Their head are usually bald and bare, right? And the pros of that is that they are more receptive of energies because their head is so bare, right? They're able to receive more energy externally into themselves, right? So there's different pros and cons, right? For me, I experience both, and I'm not saying that this is good compared to the other and vice versa. I'm just saying there's different pros and cons, right? And with this, it helps me protect from, you can say, negative energy, or certain people around you have not so good energy. You want to be kind of like protective of your own headspace, right? So hair does have a significant and its roles in having long hair, right?
That's amazing, Sunny. Thank you so much for your insight. I love that. Just really so much healing and knowledge from you. And I'm really excited to share your healing technique as well with the light with my clients who are struggling with not just scalp and skin issues, but also it leads from perhaps a anxiety or stress issue. There's so many things that this light helps get to the root cause.
That's right.
So that's amazing. And Sunny, you were saying that it's best you'd like to be reached on email.
Yeah, you can reach me at lightsoundhealing7@gmail.com, or you can reach me by phone number at 778-240-9105. If I don't respond to my phone call, please leave me a text message. I will get back to you.
Yes, and I'll put those links below as well. So thank you so much, Sunny.
All right, I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
And thank you for listening, and please subscribe to get notified of the next Unleash Your Inner Soul podcast. And if you're looking to work with me personally, I would love to. Be sure to check out my website, yukuturnbull.com, and I would love to hear from you and your thoughts or suggestions for this podcast. Sending you love and light to you, to your family, and all that you're journeying through.